Teen Titans review. That's what it is. That's what we're doing.
Yes. Yes,
That's what we're doing. I need a juice box! What's up, everybody? My name is HaleyDaze, and welcome to Something New. We're talking about the Teen Titans Go movie today. No, not the original Titans. No, not that Teen Titans either. We're gonna ignore that one completely. We're just gonna... There it goes. We don't want it. We went and saw Teen Titans Go recently. Was it Teen Titans Go to the movies or whatever? I'm just Teen Titans Go movie. I'm gonna start off with, I liked it.
Guess there's a first time for everything.
Is that a popular opinion? Probably not. And it's not to say that the movie doesn't have flaws with it. There's many, many flaws. With such a fast pace that it is, you forget about the flaws and you quickly just focused on what's happening next. Like a lot of us that grew up in the early 2000s, I too watched the original Teen Titans series. I highly enjoyed it. I didn't have the channel growing up, so I didn't get to watch it consistently. I only got to watch it at friend's house and mainly my grandmother's house. Doesn't mean I hate Go either.
Huh?
I actually highly enjoy the show.
What?
Rocky start. Very rocky start. April 2013. They're getting smarter and putting more effort into it. I obviously don't know 100%. I'm not involved, but I feel like that's happening. I see that it's like that. And I enjoy the show a lot more now than I was just like, it exists when it's like first season or two. As we all know, the original Teen Titans died in 2006 with 5th season and then their Tokyo movie. But I like the show. I've watched the whole series like just in the past like 2-3 years, like twice.
Sounds healthy.
Don't shoot me because I like the new series as well. You can like both.
Excuse me?
Before we talk about the movie itself, let's get into talking about Teen Titans Go itself. Let's set that up. Let's explore that. Designs are changed. They're, instead of the mid-2000s edgy anime-inspired characteristic styles, they're now cute little chibi little things for, brighter colors for kids. It's a kid's show. You're not a kid anymore. I'm not a kid anymore. It's not even towards the same demographic of children. These ones are towards at least 4 or 5 years younger than what the other series is for. All the characters are voiced by the same people. All the major people that were involved in Go, or in the original Teen Titans, are involved in Go. All the same exact voice actors. Everybody's returning for it. The only thing that's changing is theme and writers because it's going to be different situations. This show focuses more on what the Titans are doing when they're not being badass and fighting crimes. This is, what would a bunch of superhero teens be doing trying to live on their own with no adult supervision and they have superpowers? Shenanigans. Shenanigans ensue. And that's what it is. It's just a bunch of goofy shenanigans. So the focus isn't, we're the cool, awesome, dark, edgy Titans that fight crime and save the world. We're also a bunch of kids that fight over who gets the last frozen waffle. Like, it's funny. God. And one of the ways that they do this, depending if a character is villain, their roles might be reduced. Because, like I said, the focus isn't the fighting anymore. And so it's kind of, they treat villains like nonchalant little, like a Perry the Platypus and Dr. Doofenshmirtz type relationship. You're the bad guy, I'm the good guy, we defeat you sometimes we're just like, hey, how's it going? And then in main characters, they're highly exaggerated, again, to get that goofy comedic effect. Robin had a tendency to be a little bit of a control freak. He's a leader, he wants to make sure everybody's doing well. In Go, that's times 100. He's now a psychopathic guy that's constantly focused on being the best, making his team the best, and having everything go how it's supposed to be. Starfire, she's a ditz, space foreign girl that doesn't know how culture works. That's now times 100. Now she's really ditzy and really doesn't know how the world works. But I think that makes it interesting because, like I said before, you could see some stuff that we didn't in the original. Okay, and then throughout the whole show, after they start paying more attention to the characters, where they originally came from, what they originally are, the original Teen Titans cartoon series, the whole series delves into a bunch of inside jokes about DC in general, and then the Teen Titans. And there's just like little background things, offhand comments, situations that happen, and you're just like, oh, what? That was Batman doing that. Oh, that was the Wonder Man thing. And there's like all their products and stuff in the world is some sort of DC person related. There's several episodes that are just Teen Titans Go versions of episodes that were in the original series. I mean, it's down sometimes line for line.
Let's see. I'll have 8 number 3s, 5 number 2s, 2 number 1s, and a diet soda.
Actually, we don't have soda. Only meat.
Okay, then make it a cup of meat juice.
Let's see. I'll have 8 number 3s, 5 number 2s, 2 number 1s, and a diet soda.
Actually, we don't have soda. Only meat.
Okay, then make it a cup of meat juice.
Please, specifically what variety of meat is it that you serve?
Bob says that's a trade secret.
Specifically what variety of the meat is it that you serve?
Meaty says that's a trade secret.
Yeah. I'm glad you found a way to make some extra money, Beast Boy, but don't you think this place seems a little weird?
I'm glad you found a place to make some extra money, Beast Boy, but don't you think this place seems a little weird?
But like that, and it's showing, oh, here's how the situation gone down with these. Like when Beast Boy got a job to get his moped. That's an episode from the original Teen Titans, and they use a lot of the same lines and the same everything, but it's just like, here's the cartoony version of it. Now that that's out of the way, you're kind of set up, this is what we're dealing with, this is the kind of humor we're going with, this is the kind of characters we're going with, this is what's going into the movie. As to be expected, a lot of jabs at Marvel. Some were obvious, a lot of them were very subtle. They would just like name drop some other superheroes. If you aren't familiar with the two different universes, you wouldn't even realize, wait, Spider-Man's not DC. Deadpool, yeah, the entire time they comment how Slade looks like Deadpool. And I mean, they kind of do. Like, they both have guns and swords. And so it's just kind of funny. He's like, I'm not Deadpool. What are you talking about? And it was little things like that. They're just like self-aware. It's like they're in their own little universe where Marvel and DC like just them exist. And they are self-aware of how lame they are. There's a lot of jabs at themselves as well. How bad Batman vs. Superman was, how good Wonder Woman was, how lame most of the Superman movies are. And he's like, oh yeah, I have many. And many, many, many more to come. Oh, and the Green Lantern's like, oh yeah, I had a movie. We don't talk about it. Just things like that. Where it's like, oh yeah, this we all know your mistakes, and they're kind of like, we know our mistakes too. There was too many songs. I was only somewhat fond with one, I think. No, I'm sorry, 2. I liked the little rave bit, but I don't know if that counts as a song. It's more just I didn't like them in the movie. Some of them were just kind of like out of nowhere, and whereas in the show, you're like, whatever, it'll last 12 seconds. In the movie, it's a full song, and you're just like 2.5 minutes of kind of feeling a little cringy. Yeah, there was one where they're like, oh, don't worry, Robin, you gotta be chipper, you can't be too down, and they start singing a whole song. It's called the upbeat, encouraging song or something, and it's like this white, radical 80s, looks like he should be selling me some sort of candy at the gas station tiger. And when the song's over, they accidentally like run him. You see them run him over. He's dead in the street. And they're like, oh no, we just killed him. And they ran away. And one thing that I did love about it was Stan Lee made 2 cameos. The first one, he was like, hey, I'm Stan Lee, look at me, I'm making a cameo. Woo-hoo! And he's like, what? This is a DC movie. And he like left. I was just like, and it's actually him. He's actually in the movie, and it was his voice to that face. And he came back later, and he's like, I don't care if it's a DC movie. Woo-hoo, look at me, I'm Stan Lee, I'm making a cameo. I just thought it was really fun sported of him to do, and I was just like really excited when I saw it. And I think Stan Lee just likes to be in things. The fight scenes were actually kind of epic. I was surprised. Like, whoa, what's gonna happen? And there was only like 2 or 3 of them, and one of them involved a giant robot. But a lot of them were like the hand-to-hand superhero battle. It was nice and fun all around, I say, on that aspect. And that's coming from me. I'm not a big fan of the fighting and stuff, so I think it says a lot when I'm like, oh, I'm kind of into this and enjoy it. It also could be the fact that it was just animated. I like watching it all move. That always fascinated me. But I'm not an animator. I can't even draw a stick person. The things I don't like. There's a lot of immature jokes I could be a fan of sometimes. They'll make me chuckle. There's just a lot of them and a lot of them hit and miss, but so rapid succession. You miss the misses, you chuckle at the hits, you move on with your life. There is one that went on for far too long. It was like a full minute and a half of them just talking about pooping in a fake toilet. All of them but Robin pooped in an on-set toilet, and they felt the need to point that out and talk about it for far too long. I mean, I was laughing here and there, but I think it was more of like a awkward, like, okay, oh, they're still talking about it. Alright, yep, poop. No, I just didn't like that. We are now getting into spoilers. I'm gonna talk about the actual movie itself. So if you for some reason feel like you don't want to hear anything about it specifically, you can skip to this timestamp. Alright, so if you're still here, we're moving on. Robin wants a movie. He wants a superhero movie. A superhero movie. All about him. And it's the emphasis on him. He wants it to be about him. Batman's got one. Superman's got one. Freaking Superman's belt has one. Batman's belt has one. The Batmobile has one. Alfred has a movie. And he's like, why can't I have a movie? And they're like, because you Titans are a joke. You're dumb. No one takes you seriously. Jade Wilson, which we all know as Slade, is the new movie director in town. And she's like, I'm gonna make movies. Jade's like, I'm not gonna make a movie about you unless you are like the only superheroes around. And so they're like, we'll go back in time and stop all the tragic events that made all the superheroes, so then we'll be the only ones. Their time machines are tricycles that run on radness. And so they start doing all these like tricks until they can go into I thought that was fun. I wrote down in my note that just said, or time traveling tricycles, rad. And then they're like, alright, cool, let's go home. And they go home and of course, Jump City's like destroyed. They're like, oh yeah, that probably wasn't a good idea. Let's go back. And so they go back to undo their undoing. And one of the scenes is, it's Bruce and his parents coming out from the whatever opera play thing. And they're like, oh yes, let's go home this way. No, you should go down this way. And they're like, okay. And then like the camera moves and his parents go around the corner. You just see gunfire. And Bruce going, oh god! And then they move on to the next undoing. And then they go back and they move on with the plot. Okay, and so now they're like, well, maybe we'll be interesting if we have an arch nemesis. Let's get this Slade guy to be our arch nemesis. And he's just like, you guys are dumb. I'm not gonna be your arch nemesis. Look over there. And they're like, what? And then he's gone. That's literally what happens. He's trying to get this gem thing, which is like power. I don't remember what it's actually called, but he calls it the plot device. He's trying to get the plot device. And why that's happening like in the background, Jade is building this doomsday device. It's a streaming service. She's basically making this giant streaming service. She convinces Robin then to ditch the group and she'll make a movie all about him. The other Titans are like, I guess we'll go be losers for some reason, not live in the Titans Tower like normal. So through making this movie with Robin, she uses sets and things to confuse him and gets him into the vault where the Titans had put the plot device, trying to keep it from Slade. They have it in their tower. She tricks Robin into putting in the code. She's like, oh man, I'm actually Slade. And Robin's like, what? And he's like, yeah, totally. Traps Robin into the tower, lights the tower on fire to explode, ergo kill him. And that's when we have one of the low moments. And then, friends come in and say, no, don't be low. We're friends. Friendship. And then they're like, yeah. Robin's like, by the way, Slade made my movie into a hypnosis mind control thing, and they're going to use that streaming doomsday device to mind control the entire world. And they're like, oh god, we gotta go stop him. Pew. They all go to the Warner Brothers studios. Doomsday device gets set. World's being mind controlled, including all the superheroes. The Titans are like, no, friendship, power, and they fight Slade. And Slade's like, haha, no, I win. He mind controls Robin. And Robin's like, rawr, I'm a bad guy now. The Titans are like, no, oh my god, Robin, we're friends. Don't do this. And he's like, rawr, I'm gonna kill you. This is very simplified, by the way. I'm simplifying a simple thing. And he's like, no, wait, this is the movie we made for you. And it's this cute little, like, felt animation. And he's like, oh, no friendship. I'm not mind controlled anymore. And so then they all team together in the Titans and they take down Slade. Oh no, they don't take down. So Slade's then like, fine, if you're all gonna not be mind controlled and be these super little teens, I will turn into a Mighty Morphin robot and I will fight you. And they're like, you can't beat us, we're the Teen Titans. And then they start rapping together. I'm not making this up. They start like rapping together. Yeah, the first time they're like, boom boom shh, we're the Teen Titans, boom boom shh, love us. And they're like, that's stupid, stop it. I didn't like the song to begin with. It was a little cringe, but I think that was their purpose. In the beginning they were like, it was supposed to be cringy and we were supposed to think it's kind of dumb. But when you teamed it with, hey, we're fighting bad guys, it was kind of, whoa. So anyway, they do that. They have cool little fight scenes. You know, they win. Everyone's not mind controlled. The superheroes are free. And they're like, you know what, Titans? You aren't so dumb after all. You're actually pretty cool. And then Robin's like, I'm gonna give a little heartfelt speech because I am Robin and I want lesson in everything. We may be a joke, but we're proud to be a joke. They're silly, they're fun, but they're not incompetent. He tries to go on more and they're like, no, stop talking. This is boring. No one wants a dumb lesson, blah, blah, blah. Roll the credits, roll the credits. They literally start chanting credits. He like panics, smacks against the screen. And it's like, wait, no, kids, ask your parents where babies come from. And then this credits roll. And then that being said, the ending was kind of abrupt, but I think that's because of the fast pace that they were going for, or that they suffered from, depending. Yeah, we defeat the bad guy. We're cool now. Credits. Because the whole movie is centered around Robin and the Titans not being taken seriously. They are a joke. No one wants them, no one likes them anymore, and I thought maybe that's talking about how the real world is with them right now. Everyone doesn't like the Titans. Everyone sees them as a giant joke, they're immature, and they're for children. But the thing is, the Titans are having fun, and by the Titans, I mean the people putting on the show. They're having fun, they're putting their heart and soul into these, whether that's being perceived well by original fans or simply by people, parents with the kids, and then the kids themselves. They're proud to be a joke. They're proud to be having fun. That may be something that they were trying to say with that whole thing, because they are very self-aware and they have made jokes about that and how original fans have taken the Go presents. Okay, but let's get on to the important thing here. The thing that matters overall. What we're all here for, what we all care about. In the middle of the credits, there was an interruption. There was static, interference, and in came the original Titans and all of their little anime wanting to be glory. Peter's like, is it working? And then Starboy's like, hurry up, there isn't much time. And then Raven's like, they need to know this, we're still here. That's what they sound like, by the way. And then Robin's like, this is the Teen Titans. Can anyone hear us? And then the camera like kind of backs out to where it's the whole team. And then he just simply says, we think we may have found a way back. And then it just, and then it's back to the credits. To be continued on Cartoon Network in bold letters. And we don't, does that mean Teen Titans Go? Does that mean the original Teen Titans are being continued on a Cartoon Network English? That's what I want to try and figure out. On June 1st, Tara, Cartoon Goddess, we've been over this, tweeted, wow, just so y'all know, at a movie session today, they told us that if the Go movie kicks all butts, they would do our show at the same time as season 6. For reals. So go see it, even if you hate us. Someone down below was even like, don't tease me like that, Tara. And she's like, I'm serious, that was what he said. On top of that, this little teaser bit wasn't even in the original like exclusive premiere, you know, the ones that like only celebrities and stuff go to before it premieres to the public. This little teaser was inserted just recently, like yesterday, you know, it was inserted for the release on the 27th, July 27th. What's in the works here? What's going on? Am I getting my original series back? Because they just kind of like left us hanging on season 5. So my overall conclusion for this, I liked it. I liked the movie. I had fun. I was laughing the whole time with kids, with adults, with my friends. Did it have its issues? Yes, a lot of them. A lot of them I didn't like. There's a lot of mistakes and problems with them because people seem to think the only way to entertain kids is to have awkwardly long fart jokes. Which, granted, those are like fine every once in a while. I do like myself a good one fart joke cleverly placed, but not like 7 of them in a row. But it had its dumb moments, it had its smart moments, it had moments of shock, but overall, the whole movie was one giant fun moment. You don't want a kids movie where your parents are gouging out their eyeballs as kids are enjoying a movie. You gotta have a balance, and I think it should be balanced. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Tell me why and start a conversation below. I'm all for talking about it. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe, because I will be catching you later.